And we're back. Yeah, apparently. Apparently that is the case. If you turn off hardware accelerated GPU scheduling and you shut down your PC while you're sleeping, and then you turn it on the next day, it will say you need to reboot your PC for the changes to take effect. Sure. Because that makes all the sense in the world. Anyway, we're back. And now the GPU should be, well, no. I say the GPU should be behaving. Don't blame your hardware. It's the frickin' OBS software that's the problem. The software should be behaving now. And yeah, now it's chilling. Okay. Yeah, now it's where it should be. Utilization isn't going all over the place. Because OBS developers don't know how to handle hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, even 2 years after it comes out. They still call it a new and experimental feature, apparently. Even though it improves performance in a lot of other games and applications in Windows. Apparently for OBS, it well, OBS just doesn't know how to handle it, I guess. Hasn't been coded for. So yeah, because of all this, how did I get onto that? Oh yeah, I was testing Borderlands Enhanced last night. On test recordings, which is basically a stream because it uses the stream encoder settings. And I noticed that when OBS is running, not even doing anything, when OBS is open... Should I save this story for when someone's here? I don't know. But when OBS is open, just not even doing anything, just sat there, no preview, no streaming, no recording, just sat there. It was introducing little stutters into my otherwise perfectly smooth Borderlands Enhanced Edition gameplay. So I was like, what the hell? And then I thought, oh, let's just turn hardware accelerated GPU scheduling back on, just to see if that makes any difference. So I turned other things on and off, made no difference, so let's try hags. And And then with Hags, it was definitely a lot better. There was maybe the odd stutter here and there, but it wasn't like it was before with OBS just sat there not doing anything in the background. So I was like, okay, well, let's try recording. But then you had the same stutter interval, like GPU utilization going up and down crap that I had with Sekiro initially. My god, the detail on the ground. Look at that, man. With the kind of slightly frozen mud. Never really appreciated that before. So that's what made me start tinkering with Hags on and off and stuff. And made me more pissed off again with OBS for being shit. Well, I shouldn't call it shit because it's like obviously like decent free software, right? You can't really complain. But you can be very disappointed when clearly it's been underdeveloped and could be a lot better. Anyway, this led me to another search on Google about OBS and Hags, I think. I can't remember what the search was, but I found some people saying, yes, this is why the OBS and Hags, this is why I haven't upgraded my OBS for a couple of years. I was like, what? So according to what at least 2 or 3 people were saying on this, I think it was a Reddit post, they were saying that they don't upgrade their OBS version because the older versions that they're using let them use Hags at the same time as, which improves performance in gaming and applications, which is what it's for. Despite the newer versions of OBS not being able to handle it. But apparently, from what they were saying, older versions of OBS are okay with Hags. So it's only been the latest versions over the last year or 2 that have meant Hags is an issue. And it's funny that you never see this on the OBS like forum pages. You just see rock bottom or someone pop it up saying you should disable Hags with no explanation and no no actual reasonable answer from devs. Presumably rock bottom's not a dev, although he might be, who knows. The way he talks about OBS is like it's his baby. No one can possibly criticize OBS. It's everyone else's settings problem, like Hags, and not OBS's problem. That's the kind of impression you get from him when you see him respond on forum posts and stuff. Just like when I was explaining my issue, he was just like, oh yeah, I didn't even look at your post because it didn't have a log file attached, even though I was posting on someone else's post. So why would I attach a log file when I'm responding to someone else's issue? But I tried to parry that, but I guess I'm yapping. And it's interesting because I was also reviewing an old VOD yesterday, considering chopping it up for a first YouTube podcast and a bit of actual content that I want to start putting up on YouTube. And the subject was me basically talking to myself and wondering if my activity is ever going to change the world because no one's ever going to listen to me. And here I am talking to myself a month or 2 later. Anyway. Since I am listening to myself, what I shall do, Clapfish. Hi Clapfish, how are you, Clapfish? I'm good, Clapfish, how are you? I'm good, thanks. Is maybe try an older version of OBS later. It would be hilarious if I choose an old version from like a year or two and I can use hags. It actually runs better than the latest version of OBS. So their latest versions over the last year or two have basically ruined their software when people use hags, and obviously more and more people will start using hags more and more because it's clearly a decent piece of. I literally don't know what to do on the script anymore, but we go. Because while it improves everything across the board generally with Windows and games, you know, everyone on the forum was saying, on Reddit was saying, yeah, it's hags is really good. It's you know, it's improving my FPS by like 50 FPS in a lot of games and stuff. It's great. OBS just seems to be getting worse with updates. Instead of utilizing this new technology. I don't know. I'm not on a run, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing because I'm just yapping. Anyway, it's remarkable that 2 years or 3 years or whatever it is after hags came out, OBS is still saying this is an experiment, a new experimental feature from Windows. You should disable it when using OBS. Instead of updating OBS to use it properly, so that everyone else can, you know, benefit from hags. I don't even have claw grip. Wow, I was like, why can't I control my character? I didn't have claw grip on. Claw grip was not enabled in my hardware settings, and by that I mean my hand. Oh, that was the big one. Yeah, I wanted to start again anyway. That's yeah. Again, it's like, it's funny because I think, yeah, I should talk about this on stream so people are aware. And then when I start talking about it, I realize no one's listening. So I'm literally making nobody aware by saying these things. Oh. Sad days. When a social media influencer realizes he has no one to influence. Because no one listens to him. Oh my god, dude. But it's funny because, and it's funny, that's also funny because I just want to keep talking about it, and now I'm in two minds between explaining the issue and realizing that no one's listening to my explanation of it. I think what I need to do is wait until someone comes in and then talk about this stuff. Because there's always a chance that Crunchy's house didn't get blown down by the dust storm in India yesterday, and he will come in this morning. There's always that chance, you know. This is just such a bad bull. Like, I've had all the opportunities in the world to get headshots and I'm just missing. Ah, dear me. Okay. Nope. Mojito. Love that new strat. I still have to remind myself to do it though. And not do the old strat. Because old habits die hard and all of that. So disrespectful. Disrespectful strats are the best. Oh, he can do that if you're in front of him. I actually never knew that. That's actually sick. I hadn't. That's wow. Absolutely brand new information for me on Genie. I guess I've always been behind him when he's doing that, and I was just chilling in front. Well, that's actually cool because if I can draw that out of him, I can use the Makiri counter again. Interesting stuff. Right, I'm also slightly cold. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and get my jumper. 1 second. I've also realised that there's like, I believe I can set. Let me try this now while no one's here. Is it here? No. There's. Wait, what just biddlinged at me? Is it because I've done settings while streaming? I just remember seeing, here we go. There are hotkeys that you can set in OBS. And I thought about setting a mute key. What do I never press? Pause, break. Let's try that. Don't think that changed any, fucked anything up on the stream. I heard a biddling, but it didn't say anything. It just simply billinged. Anyway, so if I press that on the key, I can. Yeah, nice. I can now mute myself without pressing the mute on the mic, which makes a noise, ironically. Because it makes the mic go kadunk or whatever it is. There we go. Right, here we go. Yeah, it's not quite warm enough to forego the big hoodie in the morning. I'm behind you. Haha. Easy. I'm feeling good on Genie this morning. Need to be careful with that dodge to the side there, because it's easy to get hit there. It's better to like attack one more time and then dodge later, even though it might look scarier. Anyway, GG, that was clean. Let him live. Let him live. Nope. Oh. I've lost my alt tab. So that might not work now. Yeah, I don't think the pause break key on the keyboard is really used for anything else, is it? Ooh, we're having Jutta, stuttery Jutta on the preview window, but it's probably fine on the stream. Because sometimes, you know, OBS just makes the preview window stutter and the stream's actually fine. Now it's fine. Another one for the 24 minutes. Oh. OBS is just... It's so annoying to like obviously really appreciate a piece of software because it's letting you stream for free and stuff. Okay. We're back to yapping about OBS and not paying attention to the boss fight. That's fine. Yeah, it sucks to really appreciate a piece of software and like be really annoyed by it at the same time. Because you just think, okay, OBS, you know, An open source, I always like open source software. But I suppose, no, it's important, especially with open source software, to be critical of it, right? Because if anyone's involved, me and Crunchy talked about this before, if anyone's involved in a software project, like with OBS, they're not in it for the money because there's no money behind it. So what they should be is ultimately more concerned about the quality of it than other developers doing stuff for the money because they're just going to their job every day for the money, right? If it's their passion project. So I'm guessing what we have with OBS devs at the moment is a bunch of people that maybe just aren't really that passionate about it anymore. Because if they were, surely they would have resolved these stuttering issues by now. Either that or it's way more complicated than I think it is. But I don't know, because I'm a problem solver and I like this technical sort of thing, if it was me, I would be working on this stutter issue if I was an OBS developer until it was resolved. Because I would be like, look, OBS can stream smoothly, right? Something is happening, at least with hags enabled, or in general, where it stops streaming smoothly and it introduces stutters. Even if there's no hardware issue, you know, like for me, I have 35 to 45% utilization on the GPU flat all the time while streaming, 15% video encoding going on. The CPU's under 10%, you know, everything's just chilling. So it's definitely the software that's the problem. And instead, OBS devs, or at least people on the OBS project forums, just love blaming Windows settings and stuff like that. Like, oh, you should turn hardware accelerated GPU scheduling off, even if it makes everything else better in your life. For OBS, turn it off. I mean, when you start hearing that, you're like, actually, if it makes everything else better and OBS worse, I'd like to suggest that it's OBS's problem and OBS should sort itself out. So yeah, I guess because I'm a fan of the software, I am more disappointed with it for failing when it shouldn't be. It should be better than it is. Okay. When Genie gets better, Roberto gets worse. Got it? No, I think I was thinking about the positioning. I was thinking about the OBS rant. I was not really paying attention. That's usually the case. How am I mistiming? What have you got, bitch? Alright. Anyway, yesterday I started to think again. Should I be saying things when no one's here? I don't know. Yesterday I was starting to review some of the older stuff in sort of, I guess, mental preparation and just a mental review of the older, some older VODs that I sort of bookmarked as potential for podcast and standalone video material for, you know, the meaningful side of the enterprise here, because gaming is not. It's entertaining, sure, but ultimately it's just an escape from reality, right? And we want to confront reality on this channel, so in this community. So at least that begun. I didn't start cutting up videos, but I started watching like the first one, and it was interesting to review my mentality from like a month and a bit ago when the first one came, and it's like there was no one here. I was actually here fighting Roberto at the time. There was no one around, and one of the videos was me just sort of devolving mentality and just starting to hate everything, the hopelessness. And then I realized I was actually still having weed at that point, and now I'm not. And I think the break from weed has helped me flatten out or better regulate my mood. Whereas when I was having weed a lot, I think I was more easily irritated without it. And I guess that makes sense, because what weed does is it helps highlight things that are wrong with the world, or with your reality, with your perspective. So it's useful in that regard, but if you're having it every day, then it simultaneously makes you feel sort of more connected and better, but highlights the things that are wrong more, so that you kind of become dependent on it for making things feel better. And if Ichiro Wakey comes back, I want to sort of explore that a little bit more with him, because I know he's struggling with weed dependency as well. Anyway, so it was interesting to look back on those earlier VODs and compare my mentality. Obviously it's different now, because not only have I got rid of the weed, there have been more people coming in, and I have had meaningful conversations in here, and there has been good content that's come from it, even if it hasn't been cut up and put on YouTube as a standalone video yet. It's there, you know, it's happened. And the first VODs I was reviewing was before that had happened. So it was interesting to just look back on that yesterday. Let's kill this chump. No more messing around. There he goes. Easy. Look at those trees, man. Shout out Miss Chalice, by the way. She is actually, no joke, my dream girl. So it's nice to see her streaming again, and streaming Lies of P no less, which is one of my favourite games. So seeing her crop up again, playing that, I was like super hyped the other day. What made me think about her? No, she said something yesterday. Oh yeah, she said that she had a 4090. She got it like a while ago, so it must have been quite expensive, I guess. But although she said before the market went weird, so maybe it was cheaper and then it got more expensive. I don't know what happened. But she's been having problems with it, like, and she was saying it's too much. You know, she loves having the 4090. She's like super hyped for it, but she recognizes that it's a complete overkill when it comes to hardware, and she wished she had something more sort of mid-range and less unnecessarily juicy, shall we say. And here's me sat with my 4070 Super, which is what, a quarter of the price or a third of the price of a 4090, and running a lot cooler and more efficient, and recognizing also, like she has, that the top end hardware is unnecessarily powerful for most of the games, or if not all of the games that are available these days. And bless her, she recognized that and commented on it, and it's. I almost wished we could swap. I wanted to give her my hardware, especially when she's getting like random crashes on Lies of P of all things. When my old laptop with a GTX 1650 in it, I think that's the model, a GTX 1650 mobile in a laptop, ran Lies of P really well. Admittedly, probably at the lower end of the settings, but the fact that it could run it smoothly all through the game was testament also to the Lies of P devs for optimizing it for lower end hardware. But it was crashing for her and stuff, and I was like, thankfully noticed that someone said on stream to turn DLSS off, because I noticed she was getting the lights flickering and stuff with DLSS. That I noticed. Don't know where I'm going with this. I am yappy today, aren't I? Anyway, the important point that she brought up was that, these top end cards and stuff, I feel like it's such a shame that she would have, like, what was a year ago the pinnacle of I don't know what the 59 is like, but what was the pinnacle, or is basically still the pinnacle of graphics hardware, and she's having troubles playing games with it. The irony, right? And I guess for me, it reinforced the appreciation for myself that I had for doing all the research I did in December when I built my PC, and generally going for the best bang for buck, because I tend to do that. I look at a lot of benchmarks and recognize where the sweet spot is for the hardware, so that I don't spend too much, and so that I keep my energy costs and energy impact down. So I have an efficient processor which runs at a low wattage, and the graphics card 4070 Super is like one of the most efficient for the power it can produce and stuff like that. And I suppose I mention her because she's my dream girl. I wish I could like help in some way. Like, here, have my PC, I'll build another one. My PC runs Lies of P without an issue. I wish yours could too. And saying that about someone with a 4090 is just highlights the issue, right? Highlights the ridiculousness. That a 4090 would have issues where a 4070 Super doesn't. Okay. Sure. Let's try to stop yapping for a bit until someone does come in and listen to some music. a good opportunity with a good track. Oh, she also said she would play Sekiro after Liza P as well. I'm super hyped. Shout out Miss Chalice. Like, I actually love you. My dream girl. Right there. Well, that probably applies to most people who watch her. but she's more my dream girl than yours, okay? I dreamt about her first. No doubt she's in a happy, loving relationship or something. Well, she certainly deserves to be. She's a lovely girl. What was that about not yapping? In other news, I miss bread. I really miss bread. Whenever I run out of bread or choose not to have bread, I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to eat? A lot of the time. I don't want more meat. I don't want more fruit. I don't want more anything else. Just give me a sandwich. For God's sake. Help me feel full again, you know? And then Miss Chalice last night was talking about pizza, and I'm like, oh my god, dude. I haven't had a pizza for ages. Give me a pizza. In all its bready glory. Maybe next time I go to Waitrose, I'll pick up one of those nice pizzas that people seem to like on the reviews. Although recent reviews have said it started to get smaller and there are fewer toppings on it, and now it's disappointingly bready. What was I saying about the state of the world and chasing money instead of quality? Yes. Quite. Don't do it, Waitrose. Also had some Tesco tinned salmon last night. Compared it directly with Waitrose tinned salmon, and honestly, I think the Tesco one was nicer. It's funny, some stuff Tesco gets right and Waitrose doesn't, and then some stuff Waitrose gets right and Tesco doesn't. Shout out Waitrose tomato puree, chestnut mushrooms, olive oil, and sourdough white bread. Although it's not Waitrose, it's Jason's, but at least Waitrose stocks the big Jason's. Oh, give me some bread, dude. Stop talking about bread, man. How are you supposed to not have bread anymore when all you think about is bread and talk about bread all the time? I just want to go get a slice of bread for breakfast. Yeah, I wasn't behind him enough, and I guess let's just practice a bit more. No, let's not. Don't need practice, I just need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Crunchy, it's the weekend, get in here, where are you? Help me from going crazy by myself, please. I'm here at 7:30 on a Sunday morning. It's what, 5 hours ahead in India or something? What's your excuse, huh? What do you mean you have things to do on a Sunday? College got you in again? Oh, you're repairing your house because of the dust storm yesterday? Shit, dude. My bad. No, I really hope he survived. I mean, of course, shit. I don't even want to think that he might not have survived it. But no, I hope everything went well with that. I hope everything went well with your dust storm yesterday. What a weird thing to say. But you know what I mean. Anyone, someone come in and help me, save me from my yapping. Okay. You little screamer. Yeah, don't get a hit in there. Don't start changing that strat. I just wanted to... Yeah, I wanted to see if I could stagger him, like, cheekily. No, that's dumb. Don't do that. That, Ape needs no work strat-wise. You're good with Ape. So don't fix what ain't broke. Yeah. I think this is a good tune, right? Let's add it. Man, if I had some bread, I'd go and get a slice of bread with butter and Vegemite right now. And I'd be happy for a couple of hours. soak up this vicious coffee. Don't buy Tesco espresso ground coffee. It's too much. I mean, the packet does sort of warn you. It says rich and intense, but it doesn't say how rich and how intense. Too rich, too intense. This is not the time to devolve on ape. What am I saying? Clearly it's the time to devolve on ape. Oh, I've got nothing better to do, I suppose. I might actually test Borderlands directly on stream at some point this morning. Although I know that without hags on, I'm going to be annoyed at the little bits of stutter it puts in the game. Not having hags on, I mean OBS. Just literally having OBS open. Not even doing it, puts bits of stuff in the game. OBS, goddammit, fix your code! Why are you doing this? And if you can't be asked to fix your code or take responsibility for it, go and do something else. Stop pretending to be an OBS dev when you're clearly not. OBS devs would care. Right, don't fuck up this time. Thank you. GG. Hey, I listened to myself. Look at that. I said don't fuck up this time, and I didn't fuck up this time. I'm so gonna cave and buy some bread again, aren't I? Maybe even today. Thing is, I just need to supplement the calories lost from bread with something else. but it's just never good enough. Like, if I eat other things, it's just like, where's the bread, dude? You know? That's how it feels. It like satiates you for about half an hour, and then it's like, yeah, I mean, because you didn't add bread, you're now just going to be hungry all the time. It's like, we'll just eat more other stuff. It's like, well, I don't want other stuff. I've just had that. Don't want more of it. Imagine a rant about bread. How dare other people not be in here at 7:48 AM on a Sunday? Am I the only one that cares about changing the world? Get up, you lazy. I was gonna say something bad, but I won't. People. Also, Miss Chalice used the word or phrase nincompoop the other day. This made me love her even more, obviously. And she said she got to clarinet grade 6 when she was little and said she wanted to learn the violin more than anything else. And I was like, hey, I learned the violin when I was little. I didn't say that, but in chat I mean, but I said it out loud. I was like, I can teach you violin. Oh, I just didn't even buff. Whatever, who cares? We don't need a buff, this guy's easy. Easiest boss in the game. Actually feels cleaner without the confetti, because there's no purple mess on the screen. This is like a nice clean sword fight. Oh, keck. 1 second while I change the mortal draw. The disrespect. The utter disrespect for the final boss on one of the hardest games. Yep. See, this is the problem when he doesn't move after a mortal draw. I'm pressing the left stick down and he's just stood there sheathing his sword. I hate you, Sekiro. Right, let's pretend that didn't happen. And pretend you wouldn't just kill for a slice of bread and Marmite right now. Dude, stop thinking about it. Is Waitrose open yet? Actually wondering. Actually gonna check. Where are you? Waitrose and partners. Opens at 11? Oh, fucking hell, mate. Wait, Tesco has a small loaf. Closed. Open until 4 PM. Yeah, but when does it open? It's out of stock anyway. Mind you, it might be in stock when they open. Tesco's terrible for bread stock. Tesco opens at 10. Christ. Life is just better with bread. Even if my skin suffers. Which I'm not entirely convinced it does, but...
Mine.
If only there was an alternative, but I actually don't think there's an alternative. Because every time I think, oh, just have something else, I'm like, nope, I don't want any of that. I just want a slice of bread. And if we're supposed to listen to our guts, shall we say, we're supposed to listen to our body. And the body is crying out for bread. And by bread I mean good bread, like white sourdough bread, like really good sourdough bread. I don't want any other bread. If good bread didn't exist, I would happily forego it, but it does, therefore I want it. I think I'm just gonna have to go get a clementine. Just so I've got something in my stomach besides overly rich and intense coffee. Watch out this time, mister. I've got a purple sword. Ugh. Ugh. Audacia. I got the Mortal Draw meme on Ishin twice yesterday after not seeing it for like a month. Twice in one morning. Saviour ball witness. Bang. Have a death blow. Why not? While I get a Clementine.
Sekiro yo. Kitte. Yarenu ka. 待たせたの。だがこちらの守備も上々じゃ。しかし老いたりとはいえ、あの一心に勝るとは。さすがはわしのせがれじゃの。これで全て我が手の中よ。アシナもナイフ殿もこの国ごと食ろうてくれるわ。我薄いウコンザエ。なぜお前がすら
違う。そなたはシラではない。
兵士民草合わせて死者数千。生き残りはほとんどなし。アシナは戦国最も悲惨な殺戮の舞台となり、その地には後々まで鬼が潜んだという。
Hey look, we completed the game, yay! I didn't get a clementine, I got some apple and banana instead. So without bread we go for fruit, maybe. I don't know. Right. Hope you all enjoyed the credits. And by you all, I mean nobody. At least fruit is always good, right? Okay. Maybe I should mute while I'm eating. That seems sensible. Especially now I have a new mute hotkey. Haha. Yeah, let's do that.
える。しのぎよう。再び間に合う。まだ巫女の忍び。我が息子、その刀置いてゆけ。愚かなり。
Well, that was a good muted run. While I was finishing eating. I don't know what happened there though. I swear I deflected down and with the right timing. Maybe it's because I was a bit further away. If you're further away, do you have to parry a bit later? I mean earlier? I don't know what happened there, dude. I also noticed that while trying to track his head perfectly in phase 1, I actually ended up doing less damage. So getting headshots is probably not quite where his head is in phase 1. Oh, okay. As we proceed to mess up phase 1. However, I have, for the most part, stopped thinking about bread because I've had a banana and an apple now. So that's something. Feels like I've been here ages, but it's only like an hour and a half. It's only like 8:22 on a Sunday morning, so I'm like, why is nobody here? God damn it, guys. I need to fix the world, don't you know? Get up. I don't care, it's a Sunday. Maybe I do just stream too early. Generally, I don't know. Who knows? Alright, we clearly did a lot more damage that time. So yeah, I don't really know how you can, or if you can consistently get headshots on this guy in phase 1. But sometimes when I try to get them, I do worse than when I don't really try to get them. So there's that. Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. Great RNG so far. I think he's nearish a stagger, which is why I didn't want to keep hitting him. Never mind. Now he must be one hit away. Oops, wrong one. Okay. It's also funny looking at the early VODs yesterday and seeing subtitles. That was obviously pre-Savio and people coming in here saying you should turn subtitles off, it's quicker. Ah. Nice. But on the plus side, Junichiro is feeling great today after changing strats on him yesterday. I don't think... No, I was hit when I wasn't paying attention, when I was yapping. It doesn't matter, but it's feeling better, that's the main point. Something can still feel better and you still get hit. So we shouldn't measure it in terms of whether I got hit or not. We measure it in terms of how it feels. Okay. What went wrong there? I don't even know. I honestly wasn't looking. Maybe that's what went wrong. What went wrong? You weren't looking? Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, old man. Dojo. Easy. Okay, maybe we'll try run. Getting hit on Ape once. I think it was just one hit on Ape that whole run. It's not bad. Or was it twice? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Right. I just thought I'd take the keyboard off my lap if we're doing a run. Don't need it.
とそこにおるあの忍び。おい。
Who's there? Who's there?
Okami. いやこれそのいや一心まみつあ
足なけまい。
I'm bolting. Guess it doesn't matter on tutorial genie. Yeah, in fact I might as well. In tutorial genie it does so much posture damage. It's kind of stupid not to. Oh, we didn't want that one. Less than optimal grapple point. I guess the less I practice the running sections, the rustier they'll get, right? As evidenced yesterday after taking Genie down on a run and then falling off the edge off the bridge. That was sick. Another epic throw. For the records. Gone are the warm sunny days in England. We now have mediocre temperatures and rain ahead of us. Back to normality. Sag. Oh well. At least we had a couple of weeks of sunshine. Can't complain. Well, we can and we will. We're good at that. Get away from the rock. Okay. This is what happens when I'm on a run. Like, I just die. Just die, you suck. I just greed unnecessarily and then throw around, waste time, get annoyed. It is coming up, I think, to the very real potential of giving up on this run. Or at least putting it down for a while. I think as my interest in, as I feel like I've done the work, and it's just about now, you know, it just coming together. Mind you, because of the length it's taken, I did end up changing genie strats only yesterday, and that feels really good. But now that that's done, I honestly don't think there's anything left to do in terms of refining strats and playing the game, improving the run in any way that I want it to be improved. Genie was a big deal to improve. And because it was so consistent for so long, I didn't change strats, but then it got less consistent. And then I decided to change strats yesterday, and that was good. That was great. But now that's done, I don't think there's any other... I can't think of any other strat change that I want, that I could imagine wanting to do now, because I think everything else is refined. And now it's just about, you know, not making stupid mistakes like that one, and focusing on consistency and not risk taking. And that's the biggest barrier for me, is because I like pushing boundaries and risk taking. Sort of making things more difficult in a way. Going for style points that are completely unnecessary, things like that. And when the strats are well rehearsed and kind of well learned, and there's nothing left to learn or change, while going for the consistency required to get the run, I will get less and less interested in it. Start pushing boundaries and taking risks more, paying less attention to it, and then I'll just get, seemingly I'll just get worse, and I'll get further from getting the run. So that's why I guess I'm losing hope that I'll get it, because the work is done and now I'm just going to get worse as time goes on. I mean, case in point, I was close to getting the run, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago? Had like a couple of really good runs, Ishin hits, you know. It could have been done then. And since then it's just got worse, like literally got worse. speaking of, I was yapping, so I didn't even do the new strat on Genie. Which means I shouldn't be running around him at all. And then I realised that when I was halfway around the circle. And then I realised I was in phase 2. And it was too late to avoid the arrow. Case in point, you know what I mean? Another waste of time right there. And then as run attempts just become more and more wasted time, I lose enjoyment for the run. Because there's nothing left to work on other than just getting it. I guess if I really want to get the run, I need to work on my mentality and just go for consistency and not mess about. The problem is I like messing about in games. That's where the enjoyment comes from. Like, making it safe and consistent isn't enjoyable for me. That's the problem. I don't see the point in that. It's like, sure, I could get it if I was really, really safe and careful. Sure. But why would I do it then? Because that's no fun. Do you know what I mean? This is the danger we're in with this run. It goes against my natural way of playing games, which is to push limits, take risks, and improve, learning from mistakes. And that just isn't compatible with consistency, patience, and safety that you need to be going for hitless running. Because I don't enjoy that. So my natural tendency will be to take risks and yap and mess about, especially the more well-learnt and well-rehearsed the run is. So somewhat paradoxically, the better I get at the game, the further I am going to be away from getting this run. Which makes sense, because if you look at the past 2-3 weeks of VODs, I've just been getting worse. Simultaneously been getting better at the game and further away from getting the run. And that's exactly what's been happening. A lot of that is to do with meaningful conversation, and you know, that's great, because I really don't care about getting the run. But when there's no one here, like, again, okay, that was what I was supposed to do. But when there's no one here, and I have the time to actually focus on the game, I'm realizing that it's just not. I don't have the right approach for hitless running, at least on this game. I just don't have the right approach. Hey Dervin, how's it going too? Oh, I made you a VIP because I wanted. Oh, I'm not doing the right strat again. I made you a VIP because I thought you could be a VIP and a mod at the same time. Did that for Crunchy as well. But then I learnt that that's not possible. So do you want to be a mod or a VIP? Probably mod, right? Because then you can do stuff. Oh shit, no, sorry. I put the keyboard back on the desk because I wasn't using save states and no one was here. But let me just make you a mod again. Shows how much I know about Twitch, right? How am I? I was just, I don't know if you just heard any of that, but I was just yapping to myself about probably not having the right mentality to get this run. Because as I improve at the game, I get further away from getting the run, because the way I like to play games is pushing boundaries, taking risks, increasing difficulty, and messing about in that way. That's how I like to play games naturally. So the better I get at this game, the further I am going to be away from getting the run, because I naturally kind of push boundaries and mess about more, because going for safety and consistency is something I don't naturally do in games, because I don't really find it fun. I prefer like making things harder, you know what I mean? Interestingly, with DS2 SR1, my first Hitless run, it kind of worked, because in the whole journey I was always pushing boundaries and making it harder. Like changing the route, changing the strats all the way through. But in this game it feels like I've got to a stage now, especially since changing strats on Genie yesterday. I don't think there's anything left to improve other than being safer and more consistent in order to get the run. Yeah, exactly. I'm at that stage. Since I changed Genichiro strats yesterday, and that's great. That's made Genie good. That's made Genie more fun. It went from going worse and worse with Genie, again because I wasn't paying attention, to kind of enjoying him again because I had something new to do, and it's a different strat, and it's cool, and it's fun. But now that that's done, it feels like I'm just going to get further and further away. No bonk anymore, that would be something. Yeah, true, that is something I could change. But that, to me, just feels like a nice chilled phase 1 before the real dessert of Ishin, so it doesn't really feel like I want to change Emma. Whereas, because with Genie, I was going down in consistency, and then because I was getting worse at Genie, it was like, what the hell's happening? It used to be fine. And then I saw some different strats, and I was like, okay, well, let's change it up. Emma's always been consistent, and I haven't really minded that part of the game. Do you know what I mean? So, and Emma's only really just the warm-up for Ishin, if anything, if you want to call it a warm-up. So Emma doesn't really count in my mind like that. But yeah, I could change Emma. But again, it's just the end of the game, and it's just the precursor for Ishin. But yes, I didn't think about Emma. That is one thing I could change. I could fight Ape in phase 1, but again, Ape, you know, I don't mind the phase 1 Ape because I tailored the phase 2 to my liking, so again, it's a bit like Emma and Ishin, it's more about the phase 2. Yeah, don't bother with Ape, and I have the same mentality with Emma. It's like Emma's just the phase 1 to Ishin. Just like the Ape bashing is in phase 1 is the precursor to fighting the real Ape in phase 2. So yeah, so I don't know. How are you anyway? How's your week been? And your weekend going? I've been yapping about myself on my own for the past 2 hours, so I'd quite like to hear from someone else. How's your son? Is he better? I hope so. Recovered from the swimming last weekend. It's going good, nice. Good to hear. Chilling today, you might play a bit yourself later. Cool. Oh, I popped randomly into Croaks' stream the other night and I saw you there and I was going to say, hey Diamond, nice to see you, buddy. But I didn't want to like disturb, and I was only popping in briefly, so. But anyway, it was popping into Croaks' stream that inspired me to change my Genie strats. Because I saw him playing with Genie sword only or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I really should be doing that and not what I'm doing. Oh, you went swimming again yesterday? Cool. Well, that's good. Good that he's back up to speed. Yeah, he is. I'm glad I came across him. Well, I'm glad Savio recommended him. Seems like a nice chap as well. I enjoyed his bull video, and then I noticed that he streamed because he popped up on my recommended Twitch channels, and I was like, oh cool, I'll follow him, and popped in and said, I enjoyed your bull video, keep up the good work. He's also got quite a nice Sekiro modded costume, hasn't he? Red and black, pretty cool. I thought about getting it, but maybe I will at some point. I was also playing with OBS yesterday and having some more gripes with it. Would you recommend any other mods that aren't cosmetic? Because I think I've got all the... I mean, it's... The item pickup information and getting rid of the tutorials was massive. I needed those. And the splash screens. But I don't think there's anything else that's not just cosmetic, is there? Gameplay wise, yeah. That's what I thought. Whoppa! Should be good. There he goes. He's been behaving today. Although I've just been doing save states. This is the first like normal run I've done. Tried. Thanks for the GG. Before that I was trying just save states and complaining about not having any bread. So I went to get some fruit instead. Trying to cut out bread from your diet is rough when you're used to eating bread all the time. It's like... It sucks, man. Because whenever you eat something, your body's like, okay, you'll be alright for about half an hour, and then it's like, well, because you didn't eat bread, you're hungry again already. God damn it, dude. And then you think, well, I just need to eat more other stuff. But then you don't really want more other stuff, you just wanted bread with the other stuff in the first place, you know what I mean? You know that. Have you tried it as well? So annoying. I guess as a German you'll know what I mean, eating all your Brot. Big part of the German diet. Give me a Brot. Ja, bitte, bitte. Have you tried giving up bread? If you did, what did you replace it with? I actually googled replacements for bread yesterday. First thing that comes up is different types of bread. Try sourdough, try rye bread. No, that's not what I asked. Okay. I only eat sourdough bread right now, so I'm just... You like it? No discussions, please. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I've just been thinking about caving and getting another loaf. Maybe I will. I probably will. To be honest. Oh yeah, with OBS I was trying Borderlands Enhanced yesterday. Just testing it. And I was like, oh, this is great. This is actually, you know, better than the original because I can change the FOV, I can run it at 100 and whatever FPS I like. Oh, oh. A1 King Trip. What's going on here? Oh, I saw some flashing lights and got excited. How's it going, dude? Are we partying? Partying on a Sunday morning. Camera. The camera death blow. Thanks, dude. Sokve. I love that. I don't know what it means, but I love it. Sokve. Anyone know what that means? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Borderlands Enhanced, OBS, HAGs, OBS and HAGs, you know, hardware enhanced, hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, HAGs. OBS doesn't like HAGs. I could use my item slots more efficiently. Ooh. How? By not changing one all the time and by adding more than one. What does OBS like though? Yeah, well this is it, and it just annoyed me because it's like, HAGs seems to be good. Yeah, I did think about the items, but I just thought, meh, you know. HAGs like seems to improve a lot of things, right? People say about getting extra FPS in games and, you know, generally takes strain off the CPU, blah blah blah, which makes sense because GPU is the most powerful part of your PC. And yet, despite it improving everything else, OBS can't seem to work well with it. And even though it's been 2 or 3 years out, the official documentation, I think it still reads as HAGs is a new experimental feature that messes with OBS, so disable it. Instead of admitting that OBS needs to develop with the times, you know what I mean? And with interestingly, I was running 120 FPS, perfectly smooth, no stutter, everything's great on Borderlands Enhanced yesterday. And then I just open OBS, right? I don't even press start record, I don't press start streaming, I just open OBS. I go back to Borderlands and I notice some stuttering in the game. So I'm like, what the hell? OBS isn't even doing anything, I just opened it and it's messing with my game. Okay, cool. Try change some settings, nothing helps. Oh, I wonder if it's hags. So I turn hags on. Try the same thing again. Open OBS. And while it does like make Borderlands stutter slightly, still, I think, when it's on, it was a lot better with hags on. And then I thought, okay, well, let's just try doing a recording with the stream encoder on OBS with hags on. And sure enough, the same issue that I was battling with initially with Sekiro came back, where it was just like clockwork. The GPU utilization would be ramping up and then crashing and then ramping up and then crashing over a period of, what, 10 minutes or something. And each time it got to its high peak of utilization, it was causing a massive stutter window. And I was just thinking, OBS, man, what the fuck? Anyway, I googled OBS and hags again and came across a different Reddit post, and it had replies of people using older versions of OBS successfully with hags turned on. So that led me to download older versions like 30.00 and 30.10, I think, just to try those at some point. But it says a lot when you have to find an old version of OBS from a year or two ago when hags kind of was newer, when it worked, and newer versions with people on OBS projects forums saying you need to disable hags. You rarely update OBS? Okay, so what version do you have out of interest? Because I've just got the latest, thinking, as one would think, the latest version is going to be the better one. Every time you update, you have so many problems. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear. And also, do you use hags or not? Excuse me. See if we can get Genie down and then throw the run. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, it's just never gonna happen. I don't know why I didn't parry that. But honestly, I'm going to take the opportunity because, you know what, fuck Sekiro for now. It's done in my mind and I'm just getting worse at it. For trying to get the run, so. We're going to mix it up. We are going to mix it up. Like the fade out, that was manual. First, I need to up my FPS. To 120. Boom. Let's give it to this. Give it to that. Give it to that. And boom. Here it comes. Let me just check the settings the same, because this launch is a bit weird. Like, yeah, it keeps changing settings every time I apply them. There we are. Apply. There it is. Play. You're on 24. Oh my god, dude. How old is that? Like 7 years? Do you use hags? Does it work? I'm gonna do a new game. It does work. My goodness. Maybe I should go even older than 30 then. I still can't believe that though. OBS just gets worse as it gets developed. Like, really, dude? You were on a new one, had problems, went back, yeah. Yeah, well, this is what I found on the forums yesterday, and I didn't realise that I just didn't think. Like, why would you think that going back would be better? Especially with a newer Windows technology like hacks, right? You would think surely you need a new version of OBS because surely the developers would be like, we need to integrate this into our coding and make it work. But no, I guess not only do they not do that, they somehow make it worse at the same time than older versions before hags came out. Christ almighty. Anyway, you haven't seen Borderlands before, so here's a little intro for you. It's brilliant.
So, you want to hear a story, huh? One about treasure hunters. Have I got a story for you? Pandora. This is our home, but make no mistake, this is not a planet of Next stop, Firestone Depot. Time to gather up your stuff. Who's getting off the bus? You with the sniper rifle and the crazy mask. You look like a Traxican wrestler moonlighting as a dominatrix, man. And you, soldier man. Are those armor pieces from the Crimson Lance you're wearing?
Hunter's sick.
And what's your story?
Actually, so is the siren.
What can you do?
Actually, Brick's a lot of
You
fun
can
too.
Make us all a wonderful cake. And you, beef stick in the back.
Beef stick.
I'm not gonna make fun of you. Your burps smell of blood, and you growl like a rabid animal. Anyway, I've got some advice for all of you. It's tough out there, and you won't be able to just beat up on whatever you please until you're ready. Sure, you can take from the bandits or find things in the wild, but equipment you buy from my stores are guaranteed. And if you die, you can't get your money back because you're dead. I kid. No need to be so serious here. And if you're looking for the vault, well, you're going to have your work cut out for you. So don't be afraid to spend what it takes to get the equipment you need. You listen to Marcos. I come from 7 generations of merchants and I'm the best. Want to know why? Because I'm making it out here, in this place.
Okay, I was wondering how long he was gonna chat for. Yeah, they all have their perks. To be honest, they're all fantastic. Like, you can play the games through with all of these 4 characters, and it feels different each time in its own wonderful way. Brick is hilarious because he just goes berserk and starts like beating everyone up with fists. Lilith's great because she like fades in and out with phase walk and does loads of stuff with all the elemental damage. Her skills are fantastic. Hunter's great for if you just want to do like sniping and stuff. Oh yeah, he's got a bird as well. And Soldier's probably my least favourite, but it's still fun. You get a turret and things. Let's go for Hunter.
Don't be alarmed. I need you to stay calm.
Nah, it's not spoiling.
Start making your way off the bus.
I'm giving you a nice introduction.
I don't have any reason to trust me, but I need you to believe that I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you find
Enticing you.
In a moment, you'll be greeted by a funny little robot. Do everything he says. You'll know what I mean when it happens. I'll contact you again soon.
Plus, it's not spoiling if you watch it from the beginning, right? Which is why I'm introducing you to it like this.
Well, we're here. Don't worry about saying goodbye. I'm sure we'll be doing this all again soon enough. Get off my bus.
Get off my bus. Even in the enhanced edition, the intro is still at 30 FPS. Keck.
See you next time.
How's it running? Ooh, no stutter. Nice. This is without hags as well. Okay.
Welcome to
Alright.
Firestone. I am CL4PTP. You may call me by my locally designated name, Claptrap.
Claptrap.
Before continuing, please accept this Echo communication device and heads-up display, provided free of charge by the Doll Corporation.
And you wonder where my nickname came from. Why fish, you ask? You might have to wait till the 3rd DLC. Digital bearing mode.
Great! I detect that your Echo device is fully functioning. This way, please.
This way? Okay, so we ignore him and go over here. Because it's that kind of game. How's it looking on stream? I'm actually surprised that it's not stuttering at all today, like it was yesterday. Without hags on. Loot. Looks good, nice. Hopefully it will stay good. But yeah, this is pretty much the game. It'll be me running around trying to find every little pointless little bit of loot in a toilet, for example, that I can. And ignoring the robot until it's the last thing to do. Man, it brings back so many memories playing this game though. And to be honest, it is great. The enhanced edition, the fact that I can put the FOV up, you get... What do you get? Yeah, you can put it up a lot. I figured that 90 is good. This is interesting. You get a hertz after the resolution that doesn't make any sense because I'm now running at 120 FPS. Also, this is weird. It keeps changing these settings. I'm just going to leave them. So it is a bit odd. However, it's running good, so let's not complain. Do you like first-person shooters in general? Derman? Wait, was there nothing in there? Because this is the first-person shooter that got me into first-person shooting with a gamepad and not mouse and keyboard. If it's not multiplayer, yeah, okay. The only multiplayer in this is co-op. Although, if you invite someone to your game... So I could go online and invite anyone to my game sort of thing, and they could join and help me with my quests, or I could go on their server if they advertise and help them with their quests, that sort of thing. This is weird about the enhanced edition. On the non-enhanced edition I got straight up onto this roof, no problem. But on the enhanced edition it feels like they haven't done the jumping correct. You're supposed to be able to jump up there. There it is. Oh, this is a spoiler. There's a secret chest up here in this starting zone. So, come and get it. But basically the lesson is look around everywhere and you'll find fun bits of loot around. Ignore the robot saying over here. Although Claptrap is the cutest ever robot to ever grace a video game. And I think we've looted everything pretty much. Here's another toilet. Alright. Let's go see the little man.
I'm over here.
Yes, I can see you. Doobie doobie doo doo.
Step right up. This is the new U station. When you use this device, your DNA profile is automatically identified and stored. Please activate the new U station now.
The new U station. There I am. You can change how you look and stuff. Smooth.
Excellent. Now that your DNA is registered, you have the best in horrific death and dismemberment insurance. Should an unfortunate fatal incident occur, your new you will appear at the nearest station. Now we can head into the peaceful town of Firestone. This way, please.
How clever. The new U station, aka respawn point.
Wait, is that... Oh no, not again!
Oh, bandits! Bandits! Bear in mind this game is like 17 years old or almost 20 years old. And I absolutely loved the theme. The theme and the graphics of it being sort of,
Using us as target practice is not part of our programming.
you know,
And...
cartoony.
Yes.
Oh god. No headshot. Bang! He moved. Ow. Missed. Missed. Alright. When in doubt, go for a shotgun. Anyway, what do you think? I was thinking it's a shame you can't get the original anymore. You're kind of forced into getting the enhanced edition. But after trying the enhanced edition, I'm like, it's so much better than the original. It's got quality of life stuff like FOV and yeah, you can probably get, like, on a CD Keys type website, you can probably get the Game of the Year Enhanced Edition, which is probably the only thing you can get now. The only version you can get now, for a few euros, I imagine, because it's so old. Where are you? Oh, the stability on this gun is terrible. It's shaking all over the place. Nice, got him. Bang! And honestly, it's the first person shooter that I played with a pad that actually feels really good to play with a pad. Like, just getting those headshots with this, with a little bit of rumble on the pad, because you're pulling a trigger, and getting a crit, seeing their head blow up. It's so good, man. Bringing back all the good memories. And the fact that you get 4 diverse different characters to play through the game with different skills and stuff, and you get like skill trees, which I don't think you can see yet. Maybe you can, yeah. You know, you get skill trees so you can be a different type of hunter, like a sniper or a gunslinger or a rogue, on each character.
The box is awaiting your attention.
Is it? Thanks, Claptrap.
Please open the box.
Please open the box. And Claptrap's like, the NPCs in this game are brilliant.
Open the storage unit.
Please open the box.
The box is awaiting your attention.
Yeah, alright. I got it. Oh yeah, and you get loads of different...
Looks like it could do some damage.
All the guns are like randomized. So you get... I think they advertised the game initially as coming with 87 bazillion guns. Because you can literally just be lucky or terribly unlucky, depending on what you find. You can try different types of guns. Like, for some reason... Oh, I think that this is kind of a bad thing about the Enhanced Edition. It gives you really good weapons to start with. %800 crit hit damage. What? Only 3 magazine though. It knows when you're awake. But you can just ignore these, sell them, and go with like the basic ones, you know, and work your way up. However, kind of got to try this. Interesting, yeah, you get different scopes. You see the scope on this one is a big square. It's also cool how you can see the see what you're looking at through the scope a little bit. You get different reload speeds and all sorts, so you're constantly like looking out for better weapons or different weapons. These just look too good, but I just gotta try them. Okay. Explosive barrels. Can be used to your advantage or disadvantage. Never follow the robot. Always follow the loot. But if you like gaming with a pad, first-person gaming with a pad, I recommend this game wholeheartedly. My goodness. So these are the overpowered weapons that I've been given by the Enhanced Edition. Which I'm allowed to use, but you're not. Because you've never played the game. I'm allowed to spoil it a little bit. Make it easier. I guess. I suppose they're not like massively amazing. They'll just make the initial bit of the game a bit easier. I gotta try the sniper. Ooh. 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 Look behind you, your mate died. And back.
No getting away from us!
Excellent. I knew you were the right choice, friend. Now go. I'll contact you again soon.
I just realised that I'm advertising the wrong game. Borderlands Enhanced First Street category Border. Oh yeah, there's so many Borderlands games. Enhanced. There it is. 13 viewers. Popular category. There it is. "13 viewers. Why does no one like this game? It's bloody amazing. Especially now you can change the FOV and stuff. I think on the original game you're locked to about 60 or 75 FOV or something, which is rough. Also, this isn't there. Like special loot chests. They've added like a few things that weren't in the original, but it's definitely still to the taste of the original. Graphically, I'm sure they've improved it a bit. You can up the FOV, you can up the FPS, which is fantastic. But it still has the original feel with the cartoony graphics and such. And the music, man. So many hours were spent playing this game with my friends when I had friends. Yes, I know you're there. But you know, loot. Loot comes first. Secrets. Okay. It's only ammo anyway. A bit of cash. What you got for me?
Attention, citizen of Firestone! There is no cause for alarm! This new visitor has resolved the problem!
Well, shoot, I thought I was a goner that time. Damn bandits won't leave us alone. Had to lock the place up tight. I'll let you in. Come on. Damn it. Blasted circuits are on the fritz again. Give it a go from the switch out there, would you?
Quests. You get quests.
Now that you've selected a mission, you will notice that a new icon has appeared on your heads-up display. That's a waypoint. The waypoint will tell you where you need to go, depending on what mission is currently active in your mission log.
I also don't think there was a mini-map on the original game. I think they added that in Borderlands 2, but I could be wrong. But I am happy that it's seemingly running smooth, even with hags off, which is different from yesterday. I don't know why it would have changed. Here he is, Dr. Zed. Ready to operate on ya.
Thanks for opening her up again. The name's Zed. They don't let me cut on folks anymore since I lost my license, so now I keep the med vendors around here up and running. From the vendors, you can buy all the healing you could ever want from a real doc. Thankfully, without the Fault is a myth you'll get yourself killed lecture.
Oh yeah, you get healing kits that you can... How do you use those? I can't remember. Level up from looting. That's the thing. Oh, that's why. That's also why you run around looting everything. You gain exp for your skills and stuff
Done here.
from looting.
I keep the medical equipment working, more or less.
Gotta kill some skags.
I'm over here.
I think
Now that we're done with all that, please follow me and I'll open the gate for you.
Okay. Doopy doo doo. What's gonna happen? How dare you? This gun's far too powerful.
looks like he got under nine-toed skin. Don't worry, he'll get what's coming.
No, Claptrap.
You did it! I knew you were the right choice. Oh, the poor little robot needs our help. Would you kindly give him a hand?
Absolutely.
Oh my god, I'm leaking. I think I'm leaking. I'm leaking.
That little robot is hurt. He isn't going to last very long without attention. Why don't you look around for something to fix him up?
Like this? Got it.
Good as new, I think. Am I leaking?
He seems to be okay. Now is the time to get moving and play your part in the journey to come.
Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
He's dancing.
Thank you for visiting Firestone. Farewell, traveler, and be sure to say hello to all the friendly claptraps that await you on Pandora. I shall now continue my fascinating research on the wondrous properties of sand.
And there he is. There he goes. How's that for a nice little introduction to Borderlands? I hope that's not a spoiler for you, Damon. But I just thought that might be a little, you know, a taster of what you see at the beginning. Eh. I just love the style, you know. What we got here? Bonk. Bonk. Hey. Cheats. Reloads pretty quick.
Well, that ought to do it. I'll see you in a few.
And then you've got a whole world to explore. And you're probably gone so as not to spoil the game, which is fair enough. I don't want to spoil it for you. But I highly recommend. Looks like Crunchy might have lost access to the internet from yesterday's dust storm. Who knows?
Hey there, stranger.
2 points, stranger. I literally just met you.
What can I do for you? I might not have a med school degree, but when you get shot, you'll be happy I'm here.
You need a shield. But for that we need to fix that so we can buy one.
That'll do for now.
And that'll do for now. Alright. I I'm going to take a quick AFK.
Check me out. Oh, come on, get down. Check me out. Oh, come on, get down. I think I lost the beat, but
Now that you mention it, I do love standing around doing nothing.
check me out. Oh, come on, get down. I think I lost the beat, but check me out. Oh, come on, get down. Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
Sure is great standing here. I love it.
Ah, sorry I missed you, mate. Yeah, have a good one. Sorry, I'm maybe not in the best mood today. And I guess you're not there anymore. Apologies. I guess I'm realizing again that what I'm doing here isn't really the right thing to be doing, right? Playing games on stream, like thousands and thousands of other people, not changing the world. But I just looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, do you think, like, how do you think you're going to be influential? You know, do you think you're more influential than Seneca, Socrates, Jesus? Did they change the world? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it because we're all just working and living for money, right? And it's clearly the wrong thing to do. I don't know, dude. It's easy to drop back into a place of depression. Oh, I can melee. I should melee. Yeah, I forgot about melee. Into a place of hopelessness where you think you're just never going to be able to make a difference. Which I guess is where most people go. Because then they stop trying to make a difference, right? Ow. Ah, dear. Where did he come from? I guess we go get a shield. Wow. Huh. Let's go get a shield. Maybe I should change the stream title again. What? Come help me change the world. What am I supposed to do? Huh? Wondering how to live a meaningful life. Come in and discover how. Borderlands first stream. I don't know, dude. Did that update? Oh man, every time you click back onto the game it shoots. That's annoying. Sun is in and out, shaking all about. I guess I've got to keep the curtains more closed. See, now I feel like I've lost like the potential to have a nice chat with Derman again, to changing games and thinking about games instead of what we should be doing. But you know, at the same time, it feels like when you have meaningful conversations with people, you can have another one, sure. But is it going to make a difference? At the same time, yes, obviously it will, it has to, it must make a difference. But is it going to make a real difference? I don't know.
I think we're done here. You can call me Zed. Everyone else does.
Item of the day. Very slow health regen. Ooh. That one has health regen, I'll take it.
Well, thanks for the help. You ought to use the machine. What can I do for you? Things you don't need and buy first aid kits to use on the field.
That's actually pretty good health regen. I'll take it. I forgot about the shops. And the special deals and stuff. When does it refresh? 2 minutes 20.
I keep the medical equipment working. More or less.
9 toes.
You know.
People don't yet trust you. If you're going to ever find the vault, you'll need the aid of the people. Helping Dr. Zed with his 9 toes problem is a good move.
Okay. Maybe we did have a mini-map before. I can't remember. It was in the original game. I guess I can find out by loading the original game. Hey. The main problem with this weapon is it shoots 3 bullets, even if you only want to shoot 1. And then, you know, playing games makes you think. Playing games is just a waste of time, really. It's just a distraction from that reality, isn't it? What else is it? I mean, what they could be is a meaningful break from work, for example. Oh yeah. That's how they treat the borders in the Borderlands. If you go out of bounds, you get shot. So, you know, my mind is, my mentality, my mind, my emotions are flicking from it's so nice to be back in this game, very fond memories, to realising that it was all just a waste of time. Or rather, it wasn't complementing an otherwise good thing. Because at the time I was escaping reality with it rather than complementing reality with it, if you know what I mean. Like, if I'd had a good job and was enjoying my life and was part of a meaningful society, then the occasional playing of a game would be a lot of fun. Would be a lot, you know, it wouldn't be tainted with that realization that, you know, the more you play games to escape reality, the worse reality becomes.
Another notch in my rifle.
Which means the more you want to escape it. So you're like, so you're just fucked up. Can we talk to this guy now?
You're not a skag, are you? No? Now, lucky you. I only shoot skag. Well, mostly anyways. And don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. I'll get by just fine. All right? I'm okay. And don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. I'll get by just fine.
You can,
right?
but he doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't get introduced properly until the quest.
Hey now, you ever need anything at all, you just let me know.
Oh, I don't know. What are we doing, huh? What are we doing? Playing an old game that you've played hundreds of hours in a long time ago. Losing viewers like Durban because of it, probably. I do. My mentality in Sekiro probably wasn't the good best anyway. That way. Oh, I don't remember. I thought there was another quest that way before this one. Wait, he's up there. Boom. Wait. Is that a guy? That is. They must be out of range. Yeah. Or inaccessible till you've done this quest, perhaps.
Ain't like that?
Get him, Skag. Get him. I got him. Got you too. I forgot how quickly night and day comes around in this game.
Feel it.
Bang. There's another one. Nah. Damn it. What the hell? How did he die? Well, he just got chopped in half by nothing. Buggy? Buggy enhanced edition, perhaps? What's this? Can't use it. Chest, nice. Oh, I forgot that I can sell my stuff at the shop. Can I sell stuff at a medical shop, or does it have to be a gun shop? I don't remember. That was a Colosseum. I remember this. Now you can go straight to the DLCs as well. Yeah, crazy. This is just for dueling, I think. You come in here with a friend and you duel. But it doesn't work when you're not in a party, I guess. But the atmosphere and the graphics are so good even though they're so old. Yeah. I thought there might be a shop in there. I could have sworn there was a shop in there before. Did I get what I needed? I guess so. What was... Oh, bandits killed. Didn't even realise that was the aim. This is what I shot before. A spiked corpse. Oh, oh my goodness. Crunchy's here, I'm gonna die. Whoa. Fight for my life, I forgot about this. I don't think it's ever gonna happen, he's far too high level. I wandered out of I'm just chilling in the game. Crunchy comes in, he's like, what is this game about? First death, thanks Crunchy. Cost me $102 for my reconstruction. So you're still there? How am I here? I've been at different UU stations before. Weird. All according to plan, yeah. I'm not supposed to spawn there, I'm supposed to spawn at the last UU station I used. So maybe this enhanced edition is a bit buggy. But this is Borderlands. And I'm not doing that great, honestly. Not in the best mood. How are you? And how do I get back to Firestone? Oh, this way. Why did I spawn in there? I should have spawned in at the at Firestone. That's so weird. It doesn't make any sense. So you survived the dust storm, that's good. Claptrap, what? Eh? What are you doing? Okay. Do you normally just hang out here? He's bugged. This game is actually bugged. I'm starting to see what people said, why people said weird things about it in the reviews. Claptrap shouldn't be here. And I shouldn't have spawned over there.
I'm over here. Oh, come on. Get down.
You're bugged, is what you are. You don't know where you are or what you're doing.
I'm over here.
Weird, man. That's weird. Just when I was thinking, this is a great, updated version of the game. Also, the music's wrong. I've still got the fighting music. Oh. Now it's turned off. My goodness, it is buggy. Really buggy. That sucks, man.
What can I do for you?
That sucks. Ah, dear.
I might not have a med school degree, but when you get shot, you'll be happy
A
I'm
slightly
here.
better shield. Sure. Eh?
I keep the
Can I sell?
working,
Yes.
more or less.
There it is. Yep, and after dust storm, some light rain happened, and it dropped the temperature by 7 to 8 Celsius. Now it's not hot anymore. Okay, nice. So a good thing came from it.
That'll do for now.
Is Claptrap back? Did he fix? No, he's supposed to be stood here. Oh dear me. What happens if we... No. Yeah, also this, an advert for Borderlands 4 on the menu and top right. That's not cool. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. Starting to see why people have problems with it. Buggy. It is already buggy. Claptrap should be here. Oh, he is there now. Let's see.
Hey there, stranger.
So if I die, will I respawn there? That's the question. How's my cold? Yeah, it's kind of gone. Pretty much. I'm still a little bit blur in the nose, but otherwise okay. Kill me, I want to see what happens. If I spawn at the beginning of the game again, I'm going to put this game down for good. One more. There it is. Fight for my life. You can crawl, right? I thought you could crawl. Maybe that's in Borderlands 2. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm in a bit of a weird mood because, yeah, okay, so we spawned back where we should. However, the fighting music is still on. Or? Yeah, the fighting music's still on. The music needs to change. Yeah, okay. This is a mess. It's a mess of a game, sadly. I didn't realise. Let's hang out with Crunchy a little bit in Sekiro. What happened? I don't know. With Sekiro, I started losing interest a little bit. OBS was annoying me yesterday, just because of the way it's designed. It's just reminding me about how the world is. I'm constantly now reminding myself about how I'm not going to be able to make a difference in it, and so what's the point? You know, that kind of feeling. Well, I learned that newer versions of OBS are making it worse. People seem to have better luck with older versions. And its compatibility with hags and stuff is, yeah. Hags is hardware assisted, hardware assisted GPU scheduling. And I'm hungry because I don't have any bread. That's annoying. And I don't want to rely on bread, but I kind of do. Or my body seems to want bread. I don't know why. So if I eat other food that isn't bread, it's not as satiating. Doesn't last as long when I get hungry again. And then I don't want to eat more of what I ate. I just want to not feel hungry. You know what I mean? So I don't know, dude. And like Derman came in and I said about how I was feeling about Sekiro and how now that I've done all the strat learning and stuff and it feels like I've learned it all, I'm just gonna get worse because I don't enjoy playing games for safety and consistency. I enjoy testing boundaries, making it more difficult and improving in that way, like skillfully. And because of that, and because to get it hitless I need to do it like carefully and consistently rather than, you know, more complicated and more fun, then I lose interest as time goes on and I get less consistent instead of more consistent, even if technically you could say I'm getting better at the game through practice, if you see what I mean. So it's kind of weird. But we can just run through the bosses again, why not? I don't know, dude. And this is a random save state, of course it is. It's not even a save, I've never saved the game there. So yeah, now I'm just in the mood of, you know, why is it so hard to give up bread? How am I ever going to make a difference in the world? You know, stuff like that. And with Sekiro, it's like losing consistency instead of gaining it. Stuff like that. Hi, Spina Frina, how are you? Welcome to a depressed stream. Inconsistencies because I'm getting bored. Yeah, exactly. But then it's just take a break from Sekiro, which is kind of what I tried to do. I went into Borderlands. But then I noticed that Borderlands is bugged. And I introduced it to Derman, who was like, oh yeah, it looks good, I might check it out. But now I feel bad about that because it's bugged. And also because it led him to then leave the stream because I was, I guess, not in Sekiro anymore, and he didn't want to probably spoil the game before having played it himself and stuff. And then I lost the opportunity to say, you know, have a good conversation with him, and then it's like, would that make a difference anyway? Because we've had good conversations and clearly nothing's changing. So, and no bread in the house. So it's just, everything's shit, basically. But you know, happy Sunday. You caught me at a low point, Spiner. Is it Spiner or Spina? Please tell me. Is it Spina Frina or Spina Frina? Or Spina Frina? Or Spina Frina? And I wasn't even looking at the screen, which is why I got it. You know, it's a great start. Welcome back to Sekiro not paying attention gameplay. And I started looking at VODs and stuff yesterday of the early days and the devolving mentality and stuff, and it's like, okay, well, I've had regular people in here now, we've had good conversations. We've started the community, which back then is all I wanted, really. I just thought, oh, we just need to make a start, and then the rest will happen naturally. I did eat, I had some fruit. The problem is, it doesn't help if it's not red, apparently. It's louder than normal. It sounds loud. But yeah, I might actually go out and get some bread. It's not, but I'll turn it down a bit anyway. Yeah, but I'm supposed to be giving up bread. The idea is to try a diet without bread and see and reap the potential benefits. But I can't seem to keep it going. And also I'm just not doing the new strat that I should be doing. Because I'm not paying attention. And we've probably put Mr. Spina Frina or Spina Frina off continuing to talk because we're depressed now. So, you know, a new potential human being for potential meaningful conversation to potentially change the world has now gone, potentially, because of, and I'm not on a run, I'm not supposed to be doing this. Oh man, yeah, I know. Everything's going wrong. I suppose you just have bad days, don't you? This is a bad day. It's a very bad day. Did it save the sound of it? See, I'm more bothered about that than getting him hitless. It did. Good days will come soon, yeah, I hope so. It's a far cry from the end of last week, isn't it? When I was too excited about life. So excited about life that I got ill because of it. And this weekend, it's the opposite. I'm getting over my illness and everything's shit again. Who is Beach Demon? Why do you ask that? That's an interesting question. He's like probably the first guy that ever came in here that had a meaningful conversation with. But since then he's been kind of... They were just here. Eh? How do you know? Beach, are you out there? It's been ages since I spoke to Beach. I was thinking about him the other day. I hope he's doing alright. How do you know they were just here? He was just here. That's interesting. Oh my god, dude. You check the community thing, top right corner. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Maybe he's been going through depression as well and didn't want to come into another depressed stream. Yeah, I don't keep tabs on like who's in the stream or how many viewers there are because I just think that's a bad idea as a streamer. So you know, I take the opportunity to talk to myself all morning and then get myself into a bad mood so that when there are people here, I ruin their day and then don't get any meaningful conversation out of it. Which is probably what just happened. But you never know. Could be wrong. Your net's dying, oh dear. Why is that? I really should change the title as well. Wondering how to live a meaningful life. Come and find out. And I should change that to "Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about." Don't listen. I'm not in a good mood. Okay, thanks. There it is. Oh, it's just made me feel worse now knowing that Beach Demons popped in here and probably left already because I'm not in a good mood. Because I was hoping to catch him again, see how he was doing, but maybe I've lost the chance now. The long one. Sure. Alright, I'm sorry, Crunchy. I probably shouldn't be here right now. So, I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. I'll catch you next time, bro.